Hi food students, today we're going to be prepping our fruit pizza. Hopefully you were able to get your ingredients and you can join me in making this. Feel free to pause the video so you can get caught up. So we're going to start with our cookie sheet first before we get into the actual steps. So if you have a pizza pan, go ahead and grab that now. If you don't have a pizza pan, you can use a regular cookie sheet, just a standard, rectangle one. Or you can even use a glass pan if you can't locate one of those items. So first thing, and I apologize, there's probably going to be people in and out because we're getting ready to eat supper here soon. So hopefully we'll get through it together. First thing I'd like for you to do is go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And you should have purchased 1 tube of cookie dough. So go ahead and take that out. And to open this, I'm just going to use my scissors that have already been cleaned. And back up, I did already wash my hands in case you have not done that yet. So just go ahead and slice it open. Now I did buy 2 tubes of cookie dough because those of you that are using the larger rectangle cookie sheet, sometimes I use 2 to make the dough a little bit thicker. Yeah, finally. For a fun twist, what you can also do is, if you didn't want to actually put this in the pizza pan, you could slice this up into cookies and make little individual fruit pizzas. But I'm going to show you how to do the big one first. So I've got all the dough here. And another little trick before, if you just got your cookie dough right out of the refrigerator, you can let it sit out for maybe 5 to 10 minutes for room temperature so that it doesn't feel super hard to work with. Sorry, trying to figure out the video here so you can still see me and what we're doing here. So from there, you are just going to take the cookie dough and you're going to press it into the pan. Kind of like making a pizza crust, but we're just using sugar cookie dough instead. So you can use your hands and just keep pressing, and try and spread it all the way out to the edge of your pizza pan. If you guys have a rolling tool, looks like this, you are more than welcome to use that as well. I wanted to show you both ways. So with the rolling tool, I'm just pressing. The harder you press, you can kind of manipulate the cookie dough to move more towards the edge. Doesn't matter which end you use both ends. Definitely does make it go a little bit faster though using that tool. But don't feel discouraged if you don't have one. You'll still get there. So I'm just kind of spinning the pan, trying to get it close to the edge as I can. And if you get little holes in your crust, you can just take it and press it back together to fix it. The nice thing is we are going to put a topping on this, so it doesn't have to look super pretty because that frosting is going to cover up all your imperfections anyways. But we just want to make sure that it's covering all the bottom of the pan. And I always like to take my fingers and just kind of press real good on the edges of that. So again, keep working it with your fingers if you have to. Use that roller. But here's what it looks like. The lighting isn't super great, but you can see there's no holes, hopefully, and all the way to the edges as best as you can. Once you are done with that, you are going to put it in the oven for 10 minutes to bake. And while it's baking, you can be prepping the topping for this. So I'm going to stop this video here, and we will do part 2 here in just a little bit.